Hello, I'm Julia Fisher. Welcome to this week's edition of The Olive Tree and another story from Israel to demonstrate what God is doing there, especially in the area of reconciliation between Jewish and Palestinian believers in Jesus. With so many bad news stories coming out of the Middle East, this programme asks a simple question. What is God doing there in these days? And as you will hear, the answers to that question are surprising, even miraculous, given the depth of feeling, especially mistrust, that exists in the region. So today finds us in the narrow streets of the old city of Jerusalem to meet Mazen Naswari, who is pastor of the Jerusalem Alliance Church, where Palestinian Christians of all ages meet regularly for prayer, Bible studies, services and children's activities. As I opened the door of the church, I was met by a large group of children. Mazen starts by explaining what was going on.
There's two groups actually, how you saw. There's downstairs the group of boys. It's a group that coming every week from the large community around us. We, with the help of a team from Switzerland, doing activities for them and sometimes Christmas events and so on. And the group upstairs are our youth that we have a regular weekly meeting for those youth. Through different activities we are presenting them the Bible and the love of the Lord, and once a month we are taking them outside, sometimes to meet other believers and sometimes to meet others from the society that we want them to get involved with. This is one of our ministries that we are doing.
You're right in the heart of the old city, and of course this is a predominantly Muslim area, so it's challenging. You have all sorts of people. But the place is always open. You're here for your community, and over the last few months there have been developments here. You're encouraged.
Oh yes, we are so encouraged that we are located in this area. I want to say really something about Jerusalem. When I come to faith, before that, it was long time of my youth period of life that I really wanted to get rid of living in Jerusalem because of all the political situation. And when I come to faith and I knew Jesus and I start reading the Bible and seeing how this area is so special on the heart of God, I am really so proud to be here, to be in this country, to serve the church and to serve our people here in the land. We mainly work with Arab people. We work with Christians in the church, and our social work also we work with Christians and Muslims. One of the areas that we are showing the love of the Lord through different activities. And one of those activities that now in maybe the last 1 year, we are giving some food packages for needy people. We see how they smile when they get that. We see how they are happy. And sometimes they want to know why we do this, and we share that it's through the love that Jesus put in our heart. That's why we are doing that.
What are the particular needs of the people living in this area? Is there a lot of poverty?
Yes, there is a lot of poverty, and especially on the Arab side. There is people that there's many persons in the house, and they are hardly getting their monthly needs. And the average of the people, even if there is two persons, the mother and the father working, and they have 2 or 3 children in the house, you will probably see at the end of the month they are hardly continuing their month. So, yeah, it is. I mean, it is a poor area.
You're seeing your church grow. A lot of people are coming. Who are these people? It strikes me you've got a lot of young people here.
Yeah, we have mostly young people in the church. We have 3 meetings of young people. The small youth from 13 to 16, we have almost 20 of them, and the older ones from 19 till 30, we have maybe around 20. We have a young woman meeting, young mothers. We have also maybe 20 mothers coming and gathering together. And the others are really young families. We have a small amount of elderly people, but most of our people are young people. Here in the church, we regularly meet on Sunday. You can see between 60 and 100 people in the church sometimes, but we counted much more than that in our different meetings.
You also are a great coordinator, Mazen. You meet a lot with pastors, Jewish pastors and Arab and Palestinian pastors. Tell me about that side of your work and why that's important to you.
Well, on the Arab side, we meet. I meet with pastors on a regularly, monthly basis. It's just for sharing and praying together. And also on the Arabs and Jews side, because I'm located in Jerusalem and there's many Arab pastors around me and Israeli pastors. We meet, we pray, we share what God is doing in my church, in their churches. It's important. It's important that all the world around us, they can see that it is possibly for Arab and a Jew to be together. It's we didn't solve all our conflicts. We know that we come from different backgrounds and different nations, and we know about all the history of the conflict we have. But we know that there is something uniting us. It's the love of Jesus, and we can pray. We can pray for each other. We can pray for each other's hurts, and we can pray that our nation can come to Christ. And I believe that the only political solution, if ever will be in this land, it will be just through Jesus. So this is why it is so important for me.
Tomorrow, you're going down to Eilat in southern Israel with a group of young people. Who are they and what are you going to be doing?
Tomorrow, I'm going to Eilat with our worship team. One of our ministries is going around with a anointed worship team, sometimes to Palestinian churches, sometimes to Arab churches in Jerusalem or the north, sometimes to Israeli from Jewish background churches. So tomorrow there is a conference in Eilat for youth especially. There will be a lot of youth. I believe there will be more than 150 persons from youth people. They are Arabs and Jews, and they come together to like refreshing a word from the Bible. And we'll go with the worship team to lead the worship in Arabic. There is a Jewish, Hebrew worship, and we will lead the part of the Arabic worship. And it's I mean, for us, it's making us very happy, especially me. I knew Jesus through a worship event, so it is. I mean, for me, I believe that worship work in the heart of people, and it is really effective.
What is the effect on these young people when they meet with the enemy, if I can put it that way?
Well, I cannot through my eyes. I cannot see them as enemies. Maybe once I did, but not anymore. I see them as a family. Sometimes they are more close than my real family, because at the end I know that we are brothers and we have one Father, and Jesus united us. But I think it's good for I mean, there's other youth from the church that I'm taking with me, and I believe it's good and healthy that Arabs and Jews meet together and talk and pray for our country, and it's changing the mentality, changing the idea that we cannot talk, we cannot have united issues together. Totally the opposite. We can talk, and we can be friends, and we can have fellowship together. So it is important.
Mazen Naswari, pastor of the Alliance Church in the Old City of Jerusalem. And you're listening to The Olive Tree with me, Julia Fisher. The Olive Tree Reconciliation Fund is a Christian charity based in the UK that supports the needs of both Jewish believers and Arab Christians living in Israel and the wider Middle East. If you would like to know more about our work and receive our free bi-monthly newsletter, please either visit our website, olivetreefund.org, or write to me, Julia Fisher, at the Olive Tree Reconciliation Fund, PO Box 850, Horsham, RH12 9GA in the UK. I'll be back at the same time next week with another story from the Olive Tree. Until then, goodbye.